With the arrival of Max Verstappen to the Formula One arena in 2015, his surname became a more familiar one to Formula One fans. However, that surname was not a new thing to the sport, as Max's father is also a driver who competed in the Formula One Championship several years ago. However, Jos was not a driver with an exceptional talent like his son, but his influence is a vital factor in moulding a super talented driver like Max, who earned a direct promotion from F3 to F1 at a very young age, like 17. Even though he is not a world champion, many people would surely love to hear the story of Jos Verstappen, as he is also a hot topic in the current grid. But before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for more exciting updates. Like his son, Jos also caught the attention of many Formula One teams at a very young age. He got the chance to be involved in pre-season testing with the Footwork Arrow F1 team, but Jos signed his debut contract with Benetton Formula One team as its test driver for the 1994 season. This Benetton team was very strong, as Michael Schumacher had won his maiden driver's title in the same year. After an injury to their permanent driver, JJ Leto, young Jos was given the chance to drive Leto's car, but Jos was never talented enough to challenge an exceptional talent like Schumacher and finished the rookie season with 2 podium finishes. But in the next season, Jos was loaned out to Simtech F1 team by the Benetton team principal Flavio Briatore. The 1995 Simtech Challenger was a weak car with reliability issues, and Jos was never able to demonstrate his true skill with that team. Simtech Challenger was a total mess, and Jos was able to complete only 1 race out of 5 total races. Within a shorter time period, Simtech team went bankrupt, and Jos returned back to Benetton as a reserve driver according to their agreement. As he was loaned out to an unsuccessful team like Simtech, Jos was totally disappointed about Benetton and left the team to join Footwork Arrow F1 team, which he had previous involvement. Jos showed strong form throughout the 1996 season, but was dropped at the end of that season to create a vacant seat for Damon Hill, who showed interest about driving for Footwork Arrow F1 team. Then Jos decided to join Tyrrell F1 team, which was powered by a weak Ford Cosworth engine. Tyrrell team was at the last stage of their F1 story and did not have sufficient funds to run the team. Jos and his teammate Mika Salo struggled a lot as the car was not developed properly. Then the team was sold to the British American Tobacco Company, and it decided to run the Tyrrell brand till 1999. Even though Ken Tyrrell wanted to retain Jos Verstappen in the team alongside Toronosuke Takagi, new team management led by BAR decided to replace him with pay driver Ricardo Rosset. Jos Verstappen then tested again with Benetton ahead of the 1998 season, but he was not hired due to a lack of sponsorships. So he was famous as a free agent in the grid without any official contract, and became a common name mentioned in pit lane gossip as a replacement for underperforming drivers. He returned to F1 once again, replacing Jan Magnussen at Stewart F1 team, but he was unable to perform better than his predecessor, and the team management lost its faith on Verstappen. He then joined with the Honda Formula One project in 1999 as a test driver, but the Japanese team changed its mind suddenly and decided to participate in F1 only as an engine supplier. So Jos became a free agent once again without an F1 seat. Arrow team, who was searching for a new driver in 2000, turned towards its former employee, Jos Verstappen. The Arrow Challenger was not competitive in that year, and Verstappen's performance with that package was sufficient enough to retain his seat for the following season as well. However, he was dropped by Arrow team in favour of Heinz Harald Frentzen and signed a test contract with Sauber later in the year. Jos returned to F1 with Minardi for the 2003 season, but limited funds and an underpowered engine didn't allow him to fully unleash his full potential with the Minardi package. He was disappointed with the progress of the Minardi package and decided to leave the team at the end of that season. And even though he was considered as an option for the Jordan team ahead of the next season, he never got the chance again in F1. He enjoyed a moderate success in F1, with 2 podiums out of 107 total race starts, just scoring 17 points. Jos introduced his son to karting at the age of 4, and since then, Max has been an unstoppable force, winning multiple championships. After his exit from the sport, Jos invested all of his strength on young Max, who was rising through the ranks as a sensational young talent. He was somewhat hard on his son, even giving some punishments with the intention of minimizing the errors as much as possible. As described by Jos, Max is his life project, and he trained his son to achieve what he was unable to achieve himself in Formula 1. Max was my life project. I wanted to win with him and become a champion. We had a goal together, Verstappen Sr. said. I found the time with Max much more fun than my own career. Put it this way, I did more for Max's career than for my own career. Senior Verstappen's effort never became a wastage, as Max Verstappen was able to win back-to-back championships with Red Bull team, and he is on his way to his 3rd championship as well. During an interview, Max spoke about how his father influenced and shaped his career as a racing driver over the years. In his learning process, his father had changed the parts of his karts and cars to teach him how to feel the machine. That's what my dad taught me. Sometimes he would send me out, he would change something on the kart, but he wouldn't tell me what, and then I had to feel what it was doing, he said. That's how we get a good understanding of new parts coming onto the car. But he also told me, if you don't feel anything, don't say anything, don't lie. Despite his son achieving more than himself in F1, Jos is still working closely with Max, mentoring his son to win more championships. Jos Verstappen's Formula 1 career is full of ups and downs, and he never got a chance to unleash his full potential as a driver. But Jos identified everything that he missed during his F1 career and gave all those things to his son to make his future a bright one. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel to get more exciting Formula 1 news. See you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.